We took an Amazon brand from very little revenue, not knowing what they were doing on Shopify, to a brand that will make $1 million per month in the second year on Shopify. This video specifically is for brands that already have an existing e-commerce brand on Amazon or on Shopify and are struggling to breaking through a plateau. We are using this exact same framework within the agency, help dozens of brands scale to multi-seven figures, and in today's video, I'm gonna lay out every step of the journey. I will cover all the common problems like logistics, marketing, cash flow, and all the stuff in between. The first thing that you need is a trusted 3PL. At any cost, you want to avoid that Amazon will fulfill your orders on a daily basis. It is highly expensive and will shrink your margins to nothing. In this specific case, we referred one of our trusted 3PLs to the client, saving him a lot of money and also a lot of headaches. If you are in the process of finding or choosing a 3PL, make sure they are working with brands that are using Shopify automations and can give you all the information that you need on a daily basis. And by the way, the industry is changing quickly. More and more brands will fulfill their orders directly through a warehouse in China and skipping all the logistics in their country. That saves them money, headaches, time issues, cash flow issues, and many more things. Not only so-called dropshippers will benefit from it, but you will see more and more established brands will use this procedure. Once you figured out the logistics part and you know your order's gonna be shipped out, you need to take care of new orders. That is called marketing. In the direct-to-consumer space, it's super important to choose the right vehicle. You can use a push channel like Meta, TikTok, and now also Google, or if you want to rely more on a pull channel like Google. So the next part I will break down into Meta, Google, and also conversion rate optimization. In this specific case, Google brings in 60% of the revenue, while Meta is pushing around 40%. At this point, we are maintaining a 80% profit margin for the clients. We could go a little bit higher with the profits and slow down growth, but the clients feel really comfortable at this pace and this growth, so we just maintain that level. In the YouTube bubble, Google is most of the times overlooked, even though it's much more profitable than Meta or TikTok. From my point of view, you can easily do $1 million per month only with Google if you have the right product range available. So now the question is, how is Google currently producing 60% of the revenue? Well, first of all, you need to understand that for effective Google traffic, your brand keywords doesn't really matter. Your brand keywords are only looked at from different channels. If you hire influencers or you do a lot of push marketing, people will look for their product and then you come in with your brand keywords. But for really heavy growth, you don't want to rely on that. You cannot scale your brand keywords. What you want to do instead is going into the search and shopping network of Google. With the search and shopping networks, you should be able to scale up quite a bit. And then what you want to go is go into demand gen. But you don't want to go into demand gen too early because it's less profitable than the other channels. Even less profitable than Meta and TikTok. So I would push on this channel first before go into the demand gen of Google. Talking about Meta, I'm sure you have heard it dozens of times. You don't need an expensive and high value production for your products. All you need is a product picture, which could be only the product, or you have a shooting done within your product in a certain location. That alone gives you the variety of building static ads that could scale alone. For the videos, obviously to make sure you find the right creator that matches your brand, maybe can even be the face of your brand, or you have a really good content creator in-house, what we call employee generated content, so EGC. And lastly, you have yourself, the founder. Probably you heard the term founder ads before. That is a concept that works time and time again. We use it on a daily basis to scale brands, so make sure you use it as well. With these people, so the creator, yourself, or the employee, you will run a couple of formats and see what is working best and keep a good amount of variety. You can do fake podcasts, you can do talking head, you can do basically whatever you want. Be creative, make sure people stop inside of Meta to give some good soft KPIs back to Meta and push your ads. Additionally, you can make sure that friends and family like and comment your ads when they see it, because that also gives Meta some good soft KPIs to work with and are really good soft signals to push your ad forward. At the end of the day, the best traffic doesn't mean shit if you are not converting these people to paying customer. So conversion rate optimization, having a solid shop or a really good offer is key for effective scaling. I have seen shops spending money on Google. They're doing it pretty well, but they are just breaking even because they have one thing: they have a really bad conversion rate. You really need to make sure your shop is converting in a high percentage. If you ask me now, what is a good conversion rate? Obviously the answer is I can't really tell you. a 5,000 euro product is going to have a very different conversion rate than a 30 euro product. So at this point, just use your brain, make sure you know what the competition is doing, where they are converting, and where you can improve to improve your conversion rate. And if you bring now all the pieces together, you should be able to scale at a profitable cash flow. If you're still struggling with a profitable cash flow, you could do one or two things to improve it. First of all, pay all your ads with the credit card. If you pay your ads with the credit card, you will make sure the Shopify payments hit your bank account before the payments are due. So you collect the money before you spend it. The second thing that you can do is talk to your supplier. Supplier oftentimes are willing to give you a 30-day, 60-day payment window, or even give you the window to you can sell the things first and pay the supplier after, which is the best case scenario. To be very specific, in this case, this brand went from 50k per month, so actually like a side hustle, to a brand that will confidently make $1 million per month in Q4 in this year. As you can see, the revenue numbers are really stable. They are currently buying more stock to scale up in the best season of the year to make as many profits as possible. If you found this video valuable, feel free to leave me some feedback in the comments, whether it's good or bad. Did I miss something? Should I talk about something in more detail? And with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one.